Wrong music. Wrong music. Yeah. I don't feel we the free here. I don't feel we the free here. I don't feel we the free here. Wrong. Yeah. Wrong. We come to praise. We come to worship. We lifting His name. He been good, you know our God will never change. Giving Him glory, giving Him praise. On God, forever we gon' worship, ain't no stopping that. Higher, lift His name higher. He got our back. He's seated in majesty. He has the authority. On God, forever Jesus reigns. God is never lame. We're the call to worship Him, so we worship Him. We give Him all the praise when we in this place. Jesus shed His blood so we can have eternal life. This is throne room music and it's full of life. Throne room music. We are called to worship Him, so let's do it. If you know it, then you gotta do it now. You can worship Him and you can fall to the ground. Lift your hands. Hands up. You can stand up. We come to give Him all the praise. Throne room music in a place. Had no fear, we the free. Had no fear, we the free. Had no fear to praise Him. Had no fear, we the free. Never wrong. Had no fear, we the free. We the free. Had no fear, we the free. Free to give praise. Had no fear, we the free. Had no fear, we the free. Had no fear, we the free. Wrong.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How you doing, man? Listen, man, my last post, man, went crazy. I didn't know my volume wasn't coming through. Listen, I do want to actually drop on right quick, man. I want to talk about exactly what I was talking about, man, in the last post. I didn't realize that my volume wasn't coming through, but yeah, man, I wanted to get back to it, man, and just talk about what I was actually diving into. Listen, I know it's a little bit late on tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you're viewing this, wherever you're watching this, I understand it. I get it. If you're in the central right now, you know what I'm saying, you might be actually like in bed, you know what I'm saying? But if you're somewhere else in the parts of the world, man, I just want to say, man, hello, how you doing? And most definitely, man, we're going to get into it. Man, but I wanted to talk about, man, like how you actually are making a difference, man. And, truly, man, like in life, sometimes it doesn't seem like that, you know what I mean? What you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Nobody notices, nothing is changing, and also those that you are really, making it, you're trying to make a difference for, it doesn't seem like things are changing, you know what I'm saying? Or that you even matter, right? Listen, man, I want to share something with you, man, that's real incredible, man, that I was really meditating and thinking on today. Man, so I've been in the mode of building my studio. I've been building, you know what I'm saying, my, just really we've been getting into our new house. So we've been having a whole lot of different things that's been coming at us, man. We've been making some changes, man, been growing and just so much, man. And you know what I've realized, what happens with growth? Growth, you know what I'm saying, sometimes gets overlooked because of the next step or the next step or the next stage that you're taking. And you know what? Sometimes it's so difficult because you look, at where you are and not what you have come, through. And at times it's like, yo, man, you'll get frustrated because, you're making advances, you're moving, you're growing, you're doing a lot of different things, you know what I'm saying? You're being a good dad, you're being a good mom, you're being a good husband, you're being a good wife. But it's like, it never seems like it's enough, right? It never seems like you're giving, the best that you can give. It always seems like it's always something that is underestimating, you know what I mean, your growth, or something that's always, competing for, the next spot, the next space. It's always something going on, right? And, I realized something, man. So we got this new house, and I want to share this with you, man, because this is like really incredible, man. But we got this new house. And, they came and we got some grass laid. So it's called sod, right? And they, these little bitty square pieces, and they lay it out on the lawn and everything. You have to take care of it. You have to water it and all of that good stuff. And where I stay in, Kansas City, It's been crazy hot. We're in our summer. We're approaching summer, but it's really crazy hot. I mean, like scorching heat. So our lawn has to stay watered, right? So check this out. There's some parts of the lawn that's not, being, being hit by the water. You know what I'm saying? So those parts are starting to turn tan, right? You know what I'm saying? But the rest of it is just extra green. It's looking beautiful. Everything is good. Now check this out. The only way for us to know, right, if the grass is taking root in the dirt is if we go up to it and we pull it and see if it moves. If it doesn't move, it's taking root. If it moves, it's not taking root. That's the only way that we'll be able to really see, if it's actually taking root. And sometimes it's like that in our life, right? Excuse me, I got a sinus cold. But, I've realized something, that in life, you know what I'm saying, it's so difficult to see your growth. It's difficult to see how far you've come, because one of the things that is human nature is to always get better, to always do it better, to always make it more, what it was, more than what it was, you know what I'm saying, to make it that much more perfect, to line it that much more up. It's always a condition of the mind. And one of the things I begin to realize is that, you can do something and be so frustrated in when you're doing it, but not realize that you are making a difference. You're changing. You're doing some things that is incredible, that, truth be told, that, it's a blessing, to be in the position that, we in. I was meditating on this the other day. My son, like, we just got our TVs hung in the house and everything. And my son was telling me, he's like, Daddy, my TV's too high. I can't really see. What I'm saying? It's like, it hurts my neck to look up. And I just said, I said, son, I said, listen, it's important to be grateful. It's important to be thankful. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that, he can't, truly, get what he wants, right? But it is important to always be grateful. It's so important to look at your blessing and consider it. You know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because, sometimes you can beat yourself all the way up. You can say, this is this and this is that, but don't stop to look at where you've come, from, and where you are right now, and like the progress that you've made. And, I've seen great progress in my life, man. I'm not going to lie. I've seen some good things, but if you're not careful, you'll be trying to take the next step to move forward and be doing something different, and then come to find out, that you're only going to be more discouraged because, it didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to be. And, I just wanted to kind of like pause there for a minute and just be like, listen, you're making a difference. All the work that you're putting in, the sacrifices that you're making, sometimes, what? We don't even stop to recognize our sacrifices. Listen, if you are married and you are connected to, someone that your significant other, I just want to encourage you to just pause for a second and to talk about their accomplishments. Because I think sometimes, man, we just always focus on what's not being done rather than looking at the things that are being done. It's so amazing. It's like, yo, look at how far I look at how far I've come. From me and my wife, we used to live in an apartment, and now God has blessed us with a brand new house that's ours. And if we still find room to complain, then we haven't really appreciated, what God has given us. And I want to talk to somebody in that space right now. It's like, always look at the blessing that God has chose to give to us. Like my podcast is all over the world. It's in Asia, it's in Africa, it's in Washington, D.C., it's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? People are listening and downloading the podcast and being blessed by the podcast. And one of the things that I had to stop and think about is that, it's not that when I go places, I feel bad because other people, are going through some things, and I know that, you know what I'm saying, that the Lord has blessed me, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. Is that I begin to realize that it is important to always acknowledge your blessing. Don't overlook it. Because sometimes you could be complaining about the smallest thing and overlooking everything else that God has given. For example, like somebody, like a husband might be complaining that his wife nags, but she be great in every other area. She takes care of the kids. She takes care of, dinner. She takes care of the home. You know what I'm saying? She's a faithful woman. All of these things, but he's complaining that she's nagging. And the thing is, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I begin to realize that, there's a lot of things that, are not perfect, right? A lot of things are not going to be always so perfect. You can hire a professional to do a great job, to do a great work, and still find a flaw in what he did. That's just human nature. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, but I've realized that, it's important to be grateful. You know what I'm saying? It's important to be grateful. And I think this is what gratefulness does. Truth be told, listen, gratefulness helps us to recognize our blessing. Being unappreciative will keep us complaining while we're blessed and not being able to appreciate what we have. Truth be told, I'm a living example. I think that, like, you know what? God will bless you so much so, right? You'll be so blessed. You'll be so blessed. But you won't be able to see your blessing because, you know what I'm saying, you're so caught up with what is not happening. And then you find yourself frustrated because what's not happening and be standing in something beautiful and great that God is giving you. That's like, someone that, is considering, excuse me, y'all, I got a sinus cold. I'm trying to get over this, man. But, that's what I wanted to talk to somebody about, man. Listen, you're making a difference. Like, don't get hung up on the simple fact that, millions and millions of things are not happening, and millions of dollars are not coming in, or millions and millions of people are not watching. That's not what it's about. That doesn't mean that you're making a difference. You know what I'm saying? In fact, Jesus changed the world with 12 disciples. You know what I'm saying? He started with something small. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not always about the bigger thing. And so, but I do want to say that, truth be told, that you could be so frustrated with what you haven't got done that you will overlook everything that has gotten done and the blessing that the Lord has given you. Have you ever noticed, like the other day we went to Red Lobster, man, and I noticed that my rice was dry. And I'm like, yo, my rice is dry. And somebody be like, yo, you paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Your rice should be right. But I think about this, man, like, I'm blessed, though. I can eat rice. I can complain that my rice is not right. Somebody is complaining that they don't have rice. Like, it's important to appreciate what you have. Like, the other day I went to Quick Trip, man. This dude fixed my croissant sandwich, my croissant breakfast sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Went in there, grabbed it. I'm thinking it's going to be hot, like the package is hot, right? So I get out to the truck, I bite into it, and it's cold. And my first response was like, yo, go back in there and be like, yo, man, my stuff is cold. But look, check this out. This dude was waiting on 20 other people. Not only that, he got me my order and asked me, did he want me to put my croissant sandwich in my bag, which means that he was being thoughtful. He's being considerate. It wasn't like he did this on purpose. So I sat out there and I ate my cold breakfast sandwich. And I was grateful for it. And the reason why is because I'm grateful, for what I have. Like, somebody would die for that sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to stress. That's why I want you to not get so caught up on, like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm being a good dad and my sons are not following me. I'm being a good dad and my daughter's not listening to me. And, that's not what it's all about. It's about being that example. Because everywhere else they go, they're not seeing that, but they know what's real. No matter where you go, people gonna know what's real. There's no question. Like you and I, we know what's real, we know what's fake. You know when somebody's being honest and being real, and you know when somebody's pulling your leg. You already know it because we are a people who can honestly say that we've done it, and that, you know what I'm saying, we're doing our best not to do it, right? And so that's what I wanted to stress. That's what I honestly believe. Like, we are able to see these certain things, right? But at the end of the day, I don't want you to get so frustrated with the fact that things are not happening the way that you desire for them to be. Like, right? I mean, come on, let's think about it, man. Let's think about it. Everything that we're going through right now, everything that we're experiencing in life, right? No matter what it is, no matter how things look, you know what I'm saying? there's always a reason to be grateful for whatever it is that you have. Even if that's just, having a little, right? It is a blessing, man. It's a blessing. So, I'm grateful for my blessings. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for my cold croissant sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude was so kind. He was like, yo, you want me to put this in a bag for you? Like, I knew that he wasn't purposely trying to make my sandwich cold. But I said to myself when I got in trouble, I'm like, let me take this back in there. I was like, you know what? Like, man, nah, man. I'm going to sit here and be grateful for my sandwich and eat my sandwich. And you know what? It filled me up. And it didn't even bother me that, you know what I'm saying, that the sandwich was cold an hour after I ate it. Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to overcome this cold. But it didn't even bother me, right? It didn't even bother me. I was like, man, you know what? I'm about to slam this sandwich, man. This mug is good. This mug is dope. Let me get my Sprite, because, you know what I'm saying, I was dealing with my sinuses at the time. Let me drink my Sprite and be grateful. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what? I could probably go back in and go warm it up. This is the thing. Sometimes we want people to do for us what we can do for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you need somebody else to make you happy? Why do you need somebody else to do something for you that you can do for yourself? And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where a lot of frustration comes from, that we are depending on other people to make us happy. And that's not the case. You can't, nobody can make you happy the way that you desire to be. Truthfully and honestly, that comes from the Lord. I believe that without a shadow of a doubt. But we have a choice and a decision to make whether we choose to be happy or not, right? And that is why I wanted to do this post, to talk to somebody, let them know, like, listen, you're making a difference. Even if a person is mean or upset and cruel with what you're doing, you're still making a difference. You're still doing the best that you can. I mean, you're not Jesus, you're not Superman. Like, you do what you can do. And that's what I begin to realize. Like, I'm not about to beat myself up because somebody else is unhappy with their life. Like, this is the thing. Like, if you're striving to make somebody happy when they are unhappy with their own life, you're going to frustrate yourself to the point of no return, right? So just continue to do what you've been doing because you are making a difference. The thing is like, don't try to actually make this person excited and happy when they're uncomfortable and when they're not happy. You just keep doing what you're doing. That you're making a difference. You are making a difference. It might not seem like it, but you don't have to beat yourself up and be like, yo, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and this person is going to be happy with me. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. You can give this person everything in the world and they still be mad because it's not about you. It's not you. You can't be someone's God, right? You can't be somebody's happiness, because happiness doesn't come from the things that you give to people. True happiness, man, I believe without a shadow of a doubt comes from the Lord. True joy comes from the Lord, So, but that being said, I just wanted to share this brief post right quick and just talk to somebody. I did do a post before this and, my volume was all out, but, I just wanted to get back on and kind of replay a lot of the things that were said in that post because, it's so necessary and important to know, you are making a difference. You know what? I'm going to say this. Another thing that I've realized over time, excuse me, y'all, these sinuses is just tearing me up. But another thing that I've realized is that, you could, be doing the very thing that God wants you to do and nothing happens. Like, no reward will come from people, but that's not a reason to beat yourself up because nobody saw what you did. That's okay. I'm realizing now that is okay. I'm realizing now that I'm not serving people no more. I'm serving God. You know what I'm saying? And in return, God is getting the glory and, people are being served. And what I mean by that is that, like, the primary focus is God and then everything else falls into place, right? You know what I'm saying? Because when you're striving to please people and you leave God out of the box, you'll get frustrated because you'll realize that this person is not going to be happy with your services. Like, I went to Red Lobster the other day, like I was saying earlier in this post. Like, my rice was cold. My rice was hard, man. It didn't even taste good. It wasn't even what I wanted it to be, what I imagined it to be in my mind. But I can't depend on somebody else to make what I want the way that I vision it and I see it, and I get mad because it wasn't the way that I wanted it to be. Like, I could have did it myself. And the thing is that, like as a people, man, we have to really consider the goodness of God, man. And that's all I'm saying. Like, let's start considering the goodness of God. You know what I mean? And considering that goodness, man, you know what? Just hey, if it ain't what you wanted it to be grateful that you can be in a position to say that it's not what I wanted it to be. Because somebody is not eating tonight. Somebody's not laying down tonight in a bed. Somebody is not. And somebody was like, so what, man? They made their choice. They made their decision. But yeah, I think that, yeah, we do make our choices and our decisions. But truth be told, God has been merciful. You know what I'm saying? To us and to, so, I mean, let's just try to have a little bit more compassion for each other. And realize if you are in a situation where you're beating yourself up because nobody sees your worth and your value, I want to let you know that you are making a difference and that you're doing a good job. And just keep it up. Keep pressing and keep doing what you've been doing. God is proud of you and he's pleased with everything that you're doing. Man, God sees you, man. He sees the work you're putting in and the love that you're giving. He sees it all. And trust me, you will be rewarded. You know what I think about? A lot of people talk about karma. What goes around comes around. But why don't nobody think about when you do something nice, it come back to you? That should be the highlight. It shouldn't be about you do something bad, it's going to come back to you. Like, what about when you do something good? That should be the highlight. And that's what I want to let you know. That something good is getting ready to happen for you. You are making a difference. Listen, I got to get up off of here, y'all, man. It's a little late tonight. And I really don't have really too much, nothing else to do. This is all that I really have, that God has given me. And I'm grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? But I do want to let you know this. Continue to, serve the Lord with all of your heart and bless him. You know what I'm saying? Because something my dad told me the other day, he was in the car, he was getting ready to leave. He said, Isaiah, he said, you know what? God was able to trust you with what he gave you. He said, because you know where it comes from. And it really blessed my heart because, God knows my heart, right? Better than I do. And when my dad told me that, it just helped me to see that, God is not looking at the things that I do, but he's looking at my heart when I do it. That's a little something to chew on. So, all right, y'all, man, I want to encourage you to continue to, rock with me. Listen, I haven't been promoting my stuff, man. Listen, I need you guys to go and check out my Most Definitely podcast. The link is in the description. And you trust me, you'll be blessed. My podcast is everywhere. People are being blessed. It's in Africa. It's in the Philippines. It's in Asia. It's everywhere, man. Like, trust me, man. People are being blessed. And I want you to be blessed as well. So the link is in the description. Go ahead and hit that description. It'll take the link. It'll take you over there to hear the podcast. You can listen to it as you're cleaning up. You're going through something. Somebody talking bad about you. Throw it on. Listen to it. Whatever it is, man. Trust me, you will be blessed. I want to encourage you to check it out. The link is in the description. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe link, man. I always do dope videos, man, from gaming to funny videos to podcasts to, sit down talks with Zay. I mean, everything on this channel goes down. Wednesday night, we talk about Christ. We get in the Word. It's a nice little short minute, vibe. We do about 20, 30 minutes of, talking about the scriptures. Man, it's big on this channel. So I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel. And if you're watching on Facebook, share it with somebody. Let somebody know how you've been blessed and how God has been moving in your life and how this ministry has been touching your heart. And that's what this ministry is. It's about being true. It's about being honest, being organic, and allowing the Lord to use me as a vessel the way that he see fit to with, who I am as a person. And that's all that I'm here to do. Serve and to rock with the Lord Christ 24/7. Don't forget to check out the Just Jesus clothing. The link is in the description as well. Purchase a shirt, a hat, something on there. Trust me, you'll be blessed, and it'll help the ministry out, and it'll help it blossom and grow. And that's it, y'all, man. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys soon. And listen, so that you know that it was me, may God give you grace, may he give you rest, may he cause your soul to prosper. And one last thing before I go, you already know, most definitely.